We are live.
Hello, and a very warm welcome to all the guests and viewers who have joined us today on YouTube on the eve of the International Day of Persons with Disabilities, which is observed every year on 3rd December. The observance of this day aims to promote an understanding of disability issues and mobilize support for the dignity, rights, and well being of persons with disabilities. Atal Innovation Mission, Niti Aayog, the flagship initiative of Government of India, aims to promote innovation and entrepreneurship in the country and is organizing an exclusive YouTube live session today on the eve of International Day of Persons with Disabilities to initiate a conversation on the theme for this year, which incidentally is also very relevant. Transformative solutions for inclusive development, the role of innovation in fueling an accessible and equitable world. The session today includes great speakers, distinguished speakers who come from different spheres of the ATL ecosystem as well as outside the ATL ecosystem who are trying to play a very significant role in making a great shift in this. We have with us a distinguished guest today. We have Miss Madhvi Lata, who's the former national para swimming champion. She's also founded an institution called Yes We Too Can. She has done a lot of initiatives and is herself a great inspiration and example for everyone. We'll hear about her story, but apart from that, we have an ATL student, Omkar, with us. We have an ATL in charge, Mr. Ramesh Vanapalli, with us. And we have an ATL mentor of change who's been working also in the same direction, Mr. Srinivas, with us as part of this conversation today. We'll hear about all their experiences, giving us different perspectives into how we can actually make this a more equitable and accessible world. We have with us Mr. Dr. Chintan Vaishnav, Mission Director, Atal Innovation Mission, and along with him, we will initiate this conversation with our distinguished guests and participants for this very special YouTube live session. Atal Innovation Mission has constantly been making efforts towards making the Atal Tinkering Labs also a space that is more inclusive and a space where more and more children with special needs are able to innovate, express themselves better, and create innovations for a better future for everyone. Our students are also innovating for their peer groups when it comes to assistive tech, and we've had great success stories in that as well. Now, without further ado, let me invite Dr. Chintan Vaishnav, Mission Director, Atal Innovation Mission, to speak a few words, and then we'll take the event forward. Dr. Chintan Vaishnav, over to you.
Thank you very much, Dipali, and greetings to everybody. Uh, on the eve of this important occasion, December 3rd, which is the International Day of Persons with Disability, I want to echo Dipali's sentiment here that the great start that we can make together, this forum, every one of you who's listening, that we can make is that at least within the contours of the Atal Tinkering Labs, can we forget the idea of disability, or can we create opportunities for everybody without really without any such barriers. I'm really delighted to be a part of this conversation and really looking forward to to Onkar, to Madhvi, and to the teachers and mentors, Srinivas, Pallavi, Riti, CK, everybody, because I think when we talk about disability and inclusion, oftentimes people talk about statistics and they throw out numbers, uh, um, and but if you really ask a question, where does inclusion begin? Then I think it is with these people that the inclusion begins. They are the people who are making an effort to show us what's possible, what needs to be done, what's doable, and so on. So I think it'll be wonderful hearing their perspectives. I myself very much look forward to it. There's one little anecdote that I want to relate to you here, which came from somebody that I know. I think Pallavi knows well. One of my friends and mentors, Professor PVM Rao. He was relating to me the other day that they had hosted a cricket game for persons with visual impairment, right? So and he said it was getting to be evening, and it was getting dark, and all of us who were watching the cricket game were beginning to think that, oh, this is it's very low light, so this game should stop here, right? And but the people who were playing the game, they were playing with this cricket ball which had these beads inside, so you can hear where the ball is going. And even though it got dark, they kept playing. And he was saying that it suddenly occurred to me that this whole thing is about perspective, right? Because people in this context, in that very context, he said, all of us who were thinking that the game should stop were the ones who were needing some assistance. The ones who were playing were needing no assistance at all. So I think I wish that in every such context we can learn from um, people who are different than how you may be, and take that lead and begin to innovate. And I think Atal Tinkering Labs is certainly the space where such a freedom exists. So I hope we take that opportunity to develop empathy and innovate with that empathy. So I just wanted to share so much. I think I should give it back to Deepali so that we can hear from everyone. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Dr. Chintan. And indeed, it's the perspective. We have to stop seeing them as something different. And that's where inclusivity starts. With that, let me invite Omkar. Omkar is an ATL student, and he's made several innovations. He's differently abled, but I would say he has been a special student, has made many innovations in the tinkering lab, including some when COVID hit us, and he was still very active in the lab. I'm told कि ओंकार आपको उस लैब से बाहर निकालना पड़ता है, आप हमेशा लैब में जाना चाहते हो, प्रोजेक्ट्स बनाना चाहते हो. बहुत अच्छी बात है ओंकार. एंड टेल अस, आपको कैसा लगता है एटीएल लैब में जाके, और अपने प्रोजेक्ट्स के बारे में शेयर करो और सब बच्चों को बताओ कि कैसे उनको इनोवेट करना चाहिए.
First of all, good afternoon, teacher. And
थोड़ा
my name
पास
is
में आके बोलिए ओंकार,
I am
माइक के थोड़ा पास में
Vichalit.
आइए. हाँ बोलिए.
जब मैं मुझे एटीएल अटल टिंकरिंग लैब जब मैं गया था, जब मैं अटल टिंकरिंग लैब गया तो बहुत कुछ सीखने को मिले मुझे. और साथ ही साथ जैसे बहुत सारी चीज़ें सीखने को मिला, जैसे डिजाइन थिंकिंग, क्रिटिकल थिंकिंग और कम्प्यूटेशनल थिंकिंग और डिजिटल फैब्रिकेशन, और मुझे बहुत सारे सेंसर्स और रोबोटिक्स के बारे में सीखने को मिला मुझे. और भी और मैंने एटीएल लैब में बहुत सारे प्रोजेक्ट भी बनाए हैं, जैसे कि वाटर रॉकेट, क्लीनिंग रोबोट, स्मार्ट गूगल फॉर विजुअल इम्पेयर्ड, स्मार्ट डस्टबिन. और कोरोना के टाइम बहुत सारे प्रॉब्लम थी, तो उसके लिए मैंने सोशल डिस्टेंसिंग डिवाइस बनाई है और हेल्पिंग रोबोट बनाया हूँ. और भी बहुत सारे तरह तरह से प्रोजेक्ट बनाए हैं. और मैं एटीएल लैब में 4 साल से काम कर रहा हूँ, 4 ईयर से. तो मैं जब भी एटीएल लैब जाता हूँ तो मैं हमेशा मोटिवेटेड रहता हूँ, क्योंकि मेरे लिए सबसे बड़ा रीजन है कि जो मेरे लिए सबसे बड़े इंस्पिरेशन है वो डॉक्टर एपीजे अब्दुल कलाम है. क्योंकि वो मेरे लिए आइडल डॉक्टर एपीजे अब्दुल कलाम इसलिए है क्योंकि मैं भी एक डिसेबिलिटी हूँ मैं. तो मुझे ऐसा लगता था पहले एटीएल जाने से पहले, मुझे ऐसा लगता था कि लाइफ में किसी फील्ड में कुछ नहीं कर पाऊंगा, तो मैं कुछ भी नहीं करूँगा. जब मैंने डॉक्टर एपीजे अब्दुल कलाम की लाइफ के बारे में जब पढ़ा, लाइफ के बारे में जब मैंने पढ़ा तो उनके जो लाइफ में बहुत सारे प्रॉब्लम आए थे, तो उन्होंने प्रॉब्लम को अपने लाइफ में नहीं आने दिया। तो वो अपने लाइफ में प्रॉब्लम को नहीं आने दिया और वो बहुत आगे बढ़े और हमारे देश के लिए बहुत कुछ योगदान दिए, मिसाइलें बनाई, SLV रॉकेट, बहुत सारे मिसाइल उन्होंने बनाया हमारे पूरे विश्व पर देश के लिए, मतलब पूरे विश्व पर हमारे भारत का नाम रोशन किया। तो एक डॉक्टर एपीजे अब्दुल कलाम का एक कोर्स भी है कि यू हैव टू ड्रीम बिफोर यू ड्रीम कैन कम ट्रू, मतलब सपने सच होने से पहले आपको सपने देखने होंगे। मेरा भी एक सपना है कि मैं भी देश के लिए कुछ और समाज के लिए कुछ बड़ा करूं, पूरे वर्ल्ड में भारत का नाम रोशन करूं। थैंक यू।
वेरी गुड ओंकार, थैंक यू सो मच। आप ऑलरेडी बहुत बड़ा काम कर रहे हो देश के लिए, आप आज आए, ये भी एक बड़ा काम है देश के लिए। आप जो कर रहे हो लैब में जाके इनोवेट करना, ये आप देश के लिए ही कर रहे हो, तो आप ऑलरेडी कर रहे हो, एक दिन वो आ गया है। थैंक यू सो मच एंड आता रहेगा। थैंक यू फॉर शेयरिंग ओंकार। Now we will invite Mr. Srinivas, who has been a mentor of change with Niti Aayog, Atal Tinkering Labs. He's been working extensively with students. He's been working with teachers who are differently abled. Mr. Srinivas, share with us what motivated you to take up such an initiative. It's so important, and people like you are playing such a significant role in changing this whole landscape for us. Please share with us your journey and experience.
Sure, madam. Thanks for giving me this great opportunity. So I'll start from here. I think you all can hear me. My dear, I just wanted to greet my Onkar kind of students, my dear young innovators and thinkers of the nation. Firstly, I greet you all to be a wonderful world-class innovators. Friends, according to me, innovation is the future and future is looking for innovators. Having a problem is not a problem according to me. Having no problem is the biggest problem because we miss opportunity to solve the problem. So let us welcome our societal problem because we are social beings. We are in society and definitely we are humans with brains. So definitely we have to welcome those societal problems and solve the problems. So that is our personality to be raised. So that is possible with our ATL labs. At the same time, to get solved through our innovative solutions. On this special day, International Day of People with Disability, I don't really say disability, it is specially ability. I can say it's another opportunity for all, and equally we get opportunity to work with us, and we wanted to together work so that today we are okay, but tomorrow we don't know. So definitely there must be some solution. So we all have to really work with various solutions for differently able people. One way, I'm proud to be mentor of all our children, nation through my Atal Innovation Mission. The mentoring network, which really inspired me a lot for building innovative ecosystem through our ATL, non-ATL schools. With all my tinkering experience, what I have gained is creative and critical thinking, which is many innovations may my local to global problems. Once Albert Einstein said, if you can't, imagination is more important than the knowledge. So now this is the time for all can innovate through imagination under the umbrella of our ATLs. So with all my lifespan of 4 decades into innovations, I felt myself that I must share all the power of innovations with all my young innovators so that our real heroes are my thinkers who can innovate the things, are the one who innovate and be part of solutions for all the pollution and problems. Lastly, if we don't solve our own problem, who else can come and solve our problems from other planets? It's not possible because as of now NASA also declared they haven't found any another planet to be, so that we have to save planet here. That's where. So with this, so let us do Thodfad. I used to do Thodfad my childhood. If any relative comes to my home, next day his watch won't be there because that night it is undergoing for Thodfad. So the break and make and all that. Because without breaking, how we can get the making thing and making knowledge and all. Okay. So that is the Thodfad and all. all we need to do. So an idea can be anything as long as it solves some problem. Doesn't matter whether it is a small or big. So a 3 years old kid came for me, my home lab, and then he is the one who told me about this. He is Charvik from Bangalore. Now he is at 4.5 years old, I think so. So anyone who are interested, they can browse his YouTube channel, Charvik Science. So because of his particular given word, that idea can be anything, small or big, doesn't matter, as long as solving some problem. So that's really interesting. So today we think that we are all right, but tomorrow ages comes up, then many issues may arise. So we don't know. That's what I heard lot many things from today's video watching through our madam's channel. So have to consider and prepare solutions for various other purposes too. So today my knee pains are not there at 50, doesn't matter. Maybe at 55 I might get started. So I have to have a solution for that. So a lot of children were working with Dr. Kalam, they have invented and innovated, and Kalam sir promised that I will come to your home and visit all that, but by the time he prepared to go there, but he is not there with us, physically taking rest at Rameshwaram. So as we are thinkers, we can do wonders in making innovations. So let us work together so that we can make, I means not only India. I always used to feel proud. My eye, while I'm working on networked computers in United States, I used to feel, my India. Then suddenly I used to use my marker pen and mark that eye for red. So my boss told me, "What is this? All the time you are missing your India." I said, "No, my eye is India. India means all full of intellectuals." So today, our innovative India towards productive India has to say, takes place. That's where I am a part of our mentor network. And at this point of time, I just wanted to share one or two innovations I worked with specially able people. I can say that Divyangs, my Divyangs. So one with the students and one with the teachers I wanted to share. See, Sarvendriyanam Nayanam Pradhanam. This is very important. Organ. We have many organs. So there are many problems. But first thing is, as in Sanskrit it is said, Sarvendriyanam Nayanam Pradhanam. So if at all growing children at school level can't be properly checked in time, I have come across a great personality, eye specialist, who is the chairman of World Ophthalmology Association. I have talked to him along with Dr. Kalam. So at that time he told me, so whatever eye power is lost in a kid by negligence, that can never be brought back. That is the highest dialogue he gave me. Then I told, okay, what else can we do? He said, we can only prevent it. How can we do that? In a periodic checks. So this is the place where our all ATLs can be put onto a platform where every single kid of the school must undergo in a frequent way, that our automation will take place and the data will be collected. What are the errors? Is the vision 6x6 or 6x5, 6x4? What's going on? So this is where one area we have to help nation with the proper eyesight. At least first eyesight is proper and rest of the things can be proper. So healthy children, healthy nation. That is one area, that one input for this, because time is very kind. Otherwise I can share many more innovations area that we can all work together. But another area recently I have come across, because I am a power electronics man. So last 4 years I am working with renewable energies. So what happened? I am a part of TANA, Telugu Association of North America. So many of TANA people have come in this month of December. We will be doing a lot of activity supporting social areas and social problems. So what happened 4 years ago? So TANA people told me, can we help Divyangs, like those who cannot move? Then I said, okay, anyway, you people are donating tricycles, okay. But I said, no, simple tricycle is not going to help them, because for far off distances, they cannot really pedal it. Then I said, why can't we design, EV for tricycle? The first idea which I gave to them. Immediately, they started making and supplying. Fine, no problem. So I just gave it to one of my teacher, Veera Babu, from our ATL school is there, ZPHS Veeravaram. So there is one ATL school. From there, he works there. So what I did, so we gave them that particular EV tricycle to him. And next after 4 days, he called me, Anaya means a brother. So, Anaya, I can't drive this EV. Why is that? I can't keep the charge. Your charge helped me for 3 days. Fourth day, your charge is not helping. I cannot take this vehicle inside the school or inside my home for charging. This is a problem. You please come and collect it. Then I said, no, don't forget about it. Where there is a problem, there is a solution. We will do something. Then immediately, I started designing a power converter, because any solar plate will give you only 12 volt level. But that EV fellow has designed the entire vehicle for 36. So I have developed an up converter for that, immediately connected up converter for charging. So kept a 150-watt panel on his EV tricycle, and after that he is happy, he's cool, and he can leave the EV wherever he wants. After that, that fellow will keep charging. Once it is charged, and again for 4 days it go. Now he is happy. He can always park it wherever he wants because he wanted to charge. So he cannot take inside home because he cannot push or pull. So this is another wonderful solution. With renewable energies, one way is a message, other way is more comfortable. Earlier he is only helping one school children. Now he is reaching 4 or 5 nearby community schools and helping everywhere. What about ATL? How ATL works? How tinkering works? How innovation? All these things well explored by that Veer Babu. I'm so
That's
happy.
great.
So, that is a really wonderful
That's
thing I
great,
have
Mr.
observed.
Srinivas. Thank you so much
Yeah.
for sharing that. And in fact, thank you for making ATLs a hub of innovation,
Yes.
truly a hub of
Yeah.
innovation.
So innovation
And,
is only future.
and
That's
yeah.
one thing. So with this, what I wanted to tell once again in last 30 seconds, I is not only innovative and inventive India, and I can tell you, I is not for import. My India must start now export. Why import when we can export? Our ATLs are only the ones, the root cause. Like they are the ones who can really come as an entrepreneur. So in my childhood, I don't have ATLs. But today, the reason I'm into ATLs only for one reason. Whatever I missed in my school days, that should not be continuing to the next generations. So today is the place where they can play, a platform to play with innovations. So I must really thank Atal Innovation Mission. So I can tell Make in India, Made in India, Skill India, at School India through ATLs is possible. That is one statement I wanted to say.
Thank
And
you so much.
and
Thank you so much.
lastly, from my side, we all know that Jai Jawan, Jai Kisan, and Jai Anusandhan, our Prime Minister sir also said. But at the same time, we can also add something into the same, like Jai Innovations and Jai my Atal Innovation Mission. Jai Ho. So with this,
Thank you so much.
definitely I'm there with all the problems of our Divyangs, and I wanted to do whatever best tinkering possible for them, and let the problem come from any part of my country, and through our any ATL. I wanted to help my children, give them solution and help them the design, and they are the ones who tinkering it, so that they will come with a product that must go. Entrepreneurs at that area must go. So on this special day, this is my input. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to share with our MD sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Srinivas. And I'm not going to come to your lab with my watch on. That is for sure. I might not get it back.
Madam, for that point, if I connect, my this session through this phone, and then if I show you my lab space, then definitely will say you will come.
Okay. I said I'll come without
That
my
much
watch.
of innovation is there, the place where I am now. So I'll definitely feel. Yeah, thank you, madam.
We have Mr. Ramesh Vannapalli, who is an ATL in charge with us, also to share his experience. He's been working with students with special abilities, and he has a daughter who's also an innovator and is also specially abled. Mr. Vannapalli, please share with us your experience and something that the students could learn from what you're trying to implement, something for the teachers also to take away on how to work with students in a more inclusive manner. You'll have to unmute yourself, Mr. Ramesh.
Okay, madam.
Yes, we can hear you now.
Thank you for giving this opportunity, madam. Good evening to all dignitaries and Atal Innovation Director, sir, Dr. Chintan, sir. So it's a great an opportunity to me. So as a ATL in charge, I feel very happy to being as ATL in charge, because I have got a lot of satisfaction in this satisfaction since last 3 years. Because output oriented activities and hands-on activities we are implementing in our ATL, and also we are include the specially able children also. First, I have made a list from a list in the school, class by class, as per disabilities of the students, blind, speech and hearing impaired, and physically challenged, and who are the children who are below average students. All first I made this list. Then I made a project groups. In the every group, include these students in their groups. With I include these specially able children with the normal students. Then these students get a access to the doing project works and hands-on activities, and it's a they could get a opportunity to learn new things and new technologies in the ATL. In this manner, as a our ATL got a success since last 3 years. For example, we have one one of the specially able children, that speech and hearing impaired child. She's also my daughter, Yasaswini. She achieved some achievements. In last IAFS 2019, she got a first prize for her innovation, that is EcoPen. That EcoPen made by the Aranda Donax. This innovation got a great recognition. Our Chintan sir also gave a recognition, gave a compliment to the our child. Also, he was mentioned this innovation in the TEDx talk. We felt very happy at the situation. This year also, SSUNI did a different innovation, that is eco packaging technology. She was invent by using bio waste. That is because paper made packaging is causing to deforestation, and paper pulp made up of wood. So she want to replace that paper and plastic. So by taking good materials, that such as these are this type of packaging boxes. Every industry need this type of boxes, packaging boxes. So she great ideas. Actually, I felt disability is it is one of the different ability actually. So sometimes I felt very surprising. Immediately she got some ideas, and immediately she take those materials and do some useful materials. At the early stage, as a parents, we feel very bad, but right now we feel very happy, because entire this support we got from the Atal Innovation Mission. Really, Atal Innovation Mission provide a great opportunity to the children across the country. Really, so not only this child, another all the nearly 10 members of special able children we have in our school, all they are enjoying the ATL activities really, and also they participating in innovative projects, and all they are now they are telling that they want to become entrepreneurs. So really, it is a great chance they got. As a ATL in charge, I have developed empathetical thoughts among the children, as in entire normal and disabled, specially able children. take every issue as seriously. I found that point um, really because they are suffering from one aspect, but to do better for society. Mm, Always they are trying to do best. So this is in this way we are doing our best, sir. Really giving this opportunity. Thank you, madam.
Ramesh sir, the Tejaswini
Here,
projector pen is
my
there with me. This is the Tejasvi presented eco pen, the bamboo stick pen. She first time when she invented, she me presented when I came to her school on 30th December 2019. This is the pen, first pen she gave me. It is always there in front of me. So the time has come to again exhibit and demonstrate. So this is totally, biodegradable. Oh yeah, they are the ones. Yeah, good improvement. Some sticks are. Oh, it's clips also there. Wonderful, wonderful. She is a big innovator, actually. Yeah, she can be a wonderful innovator. Thanks for reminding me that. Really, it's wonderful. Oh, rockets also she's making with. My God, eco rockets. We can call them eco rockets. Thank you. She is there. Tejaswini, your pen is still there. You said, so wonderful. See you again. Nice seeing you, Tejaswini. I still remember a lot much about you. I really feel so happy about you. Thank you.
Thank you, Yashaswini. So good to see
Tejaswini.
you. And thank you so much, Mr. Ramesh, for playing that role in your sphere in the Adult Tinkering Lab by making it a more equitable and inclusive space. And that's the whole idea around Adult Tinkering Labs. We encourage and call out to all teachers to follow this example. You're probably doing it already, but please make this space more and more inclusive and give opportunities to everyone. It starts with first identifying those different needs and then working towards making them a part of your teams and of the general working environment that you are in these labs. Thank you so much. Thank you, Yashaswini.
So, and Dipali, I'd add just one
Yes,
more
yes.
sentence. Yashaswini, it's wonderful to see you. I talk about you everywhere I go. It's one of the first examples that comes to my mind. And so it's great to see you. And thank you very much, Ramesh ji, for the work, the effort you have put in to groom the innovators in your ATL. Thank you.
Thank you so much for adding that, Dr. Chintan. And let me hand it over to you with that. We have Miss Medhavi with us, and I would hand it over to Dr. Chintan for that conversation with Miss Medhavi, where she'll share her experiences. But let me introduce our distinguished guest. Miss Medhavi Latha is an associate vice president in an MNC bank group, a former national para swimming champion, the founder, general secretary of the Paralympic Swimming Association of Tamil Nadu, and the founder president of the Wheelchair Basketball Federation of India. She founded the Yes We Too Can, by the way, I really love the name, a movement to encourage persons with disabilities to participate in sports. She is the author of her autobiography, Swimming Against the Tide. She's an actor, short filmmaker, including writing a story of the short film When Opportunity Knocks the Recruiter's Door. Miss Madhavi is also a TEDx speaker. Miss Madhavi, I can't even begin to tell you how fortunate we feel to be here with you in this session, for you to grace this session with your presence, and for you and everyone, all our young innovators, students, teachers, mentors, to actually hear about your experience and get inspired and motivated. I already am so inspired and in awe of whatever you're doing. I'll pass it on to Dr. Chintan for taking this conversation forward. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dipali. And I too am extremely inspired by reading about you, and also it's a great honor to have you. Without further ado, let me invite you to share how you how you like the world to know you briefly. Yeah.
Okay, sir. So I am a person who accept the challenges, and I always love to find ways to overcome that. And in that process, I enjoy my life a lot. Just now in another talk, one person asked me, suppose if you get the chance to next birth, whether you would like to born again with disability or without disability you are looking for. I told that whether it is with disability or without disability, I don't mind, as long as I have the attitude to accept the challenge and move forward in the way I want. So that is the way I love and I look at life, sir.
Wow, that's really profound. And that really is the crux of everything, right? I mean, whatever is at your hand, can you do something with that?
Yes.
So I think there are a couple of short videos that our team also wanted to share. So let's see if we can first watch them and then we can go further.
Sure, sir.
For our viewers, and if anybody didn't get that very clearly, Miss Medhavi is using innovation for swimming. And it's a great example and so relevant for the theme this year on how innovations can be used for creating a more equitable.
Down and all through the night time. Oh yeah, I'll tell you what you wanna hear. Keep my sunglasses on while I shed a tear. It's never the right time. I'll smile, I know what it takes to fool this town. I'll do it till the sun goes down and all through the night time. Oh yeah, I'll tell you what you wanna hear. Keep my sunglasses on while I shed a tear. It's never the right time. Yeah. I put my armor on so you are how strong I am. I put my armor on, I show you that I am. I'm unstoppable. I'm a force of wisdom breaks. I'm invincible. And I win every single game. I'm so powerful. I don't need batteries today. I'm so confident. Yeah, I'm unstoppable today. Unstoppable today. Unstoppable today. Unstoppable today. I'm unstoppable today. Break down, only alone I will cry out now. You'll never see what's hiding out, hiding out deep down. Yeah. I know, I've heard that to let you feel and show is the only way to make.
Wow, that's incredible. That's
Thank you,
wonderful to see. Um, I am tempted to ask you that if you were to imagine the India of the future, where innovations are a part of life and um, a life of a person who is differently abled is empowered. What are the types of things you imagine? what are the things that we can do to bring innovations to sort of improve lives? I mean, one example we of course saw in the video that was just visible, but your horizon is much wider than that. So I'd like to hear your views on it.
Yes, sir. So for responding to this, I will tell through my life experiences
Please.
also.
Yeah.
I came from a remote village in present Telangana. So when I was a small kid, the situation was like we didn't even hear about wheelchairs. So my parents and siblings used to carry me in their arms to take me to school. Later, college I could not go because that college was not accessible for persons with disabilities, and they were not ready to make any accommodations also. So that's why I appeared privately. Though I was the topper in 10th class, I could not go to college. I appeared privately. So from that situation, it started. At that time, I had calipers. It was heavy weight. But thanks to Kalam sir, then later he could think about that using that lightweight material for making calipers. So my calipers were from shoulders to toes. So it was heavy weight with iron. So I could not wear that one. Had it been a lightweight thing, I would have been able to walk with that and had that college life experience also. I missed that one. So from that, step by step, at each and every stage, I faced some challenges. But at the same time, later I could find a walker. With that, I started walking and entered into job. And you saw that one later, I could get a scooter with the 3 wheels. That was an amazing experience in my life. Till that time, wherever I wanted to go, my father or brother, somebody had to help me, or I had to wait for their availability like that. But the moment I started riding scooter, it's like a proud feeling. I can go wherever I want. I can stop whatever time I wanted. So that it's a wonderful feeling, sir. Actually, that is like one first time I had such type of great feeling. So that scooter really helped me a lot. Later, I started driving car, but that scooter incident I never forget in my life. And then many times, whenever from my childhood, even today, what challenge I am facing is like using restrooms. So wherever we go, it won't be accessible. Holding nature calls for a long time and being a woman during periods time. So all these challenges, when our honorable Prime Minister first time when he took the charge, when he spoke from the Red Fort, he talked about toilets. Really, some people might have thought like why he is talking at Red Fort itself. He is talking about toilets. But I know the importance of toilets because that should be accessible even for persons with disabilities. Starting from there, that accessibility should start. Nature calls are the things which we can't avoid. No one can avoid. There are so many alternatives for other things, but nature calls no. So definitely we need to have that accessibility with regard to these toilets. Recently, when I went to one temple in Andhra Pradesh, one area, I got surprised. I saw an accessible toilet. First time, I felt so happy. This actually making country accessible. No, there are so many good things are happening. So, if we want to see our country in that very more inclusive space, definitely first thing is attitude change should come. That is the most important. I always feel I give first priority to attitude. So next comes these assistive devices or infrastructure facilities, all those things. Yeah, I will tell you one example. When I went to my native place, one remote area, at that time I spoke to one village head who was 80 years old. I told him, sir, I could see the benefits of swimming, but I am not able to promote about that or create awareness about it in villages because we could not find any swimming pools here. What he told, no, Amma, why you are worrying? From tanks, when water is going to fields, we can arrange sump like thing. Through that water will go and people can, whoever wants, they can use. So from that, what we are able to understand that innovative thinking and empathy, if we have, then only all these things will become possible. So we need to make people understand that whatever we are talking about inclusion, as Srinivas sir told, it's not just for persons with disabilities. Tomorrow, everyone will become old. That is inevitable. When we become old, we may not be able to see properly, hear properly, walk properly, even think properly. In such type of situation, whatever efforts we put when we are young, that will help us. So definitely, that attitudinal changes are very important. Educational institutions need to have these children with students with disabilities, because when we grow up in a situation in a heterogeneous group, then our overall development will be good. Right now, through ATL, whatever wonderful things you are doing, suppose if the children are having some other students with some diverse backgrounds and requirements, then students, we know that youngsters, they love to include everyone when they are playing or when they are doing something. So innovatively, they will think, okay, this person is not like me, but I want to include my friend. So what I need to do? That innovative thinking will come only when we are in heterogeneous group. So educational institutions need to know about that need, and they need to encourage, and this will help once they enter into their professional lives. Right now, I'm giving talks in various organizations. Now, even at the age of 30, 40 or more than that, at that age, we are trying to educate them or create awareness about inclusion. But if our educational institutions are inclusive, children will learn all those things at that time itself. Now, because it didn't happen earlier, now we are teaching our corporate employees or other organization employees how to be inclusive, how to include their team members. So once we start doing these things, then as this all our younger innovators, they will make our country in a beautiful way. They will make it inclusive. Uh, Normally, we talk about accessibility means we talk about transport, accommodation, and even sporting facilities. First time when I went to a stadium, sir, there one big step is there to enter into a toilet. I asked him, sir, how can even non-disabled people also how they can enter? He told, madam, here everybody we are sports persons. They can jump and go, madam. I never expected a person like you can come to a stadium. So that is what they are thinking. But now our youngsters, the way I love this initiative a lot, sir, ATL, because when I gave talks, inspired by my talks, some college students made some projects which are some assistive devices. But those devices, the design what they did, after spending lots of effort, after putting lot of effort, they are in college records only. So then only I try to tell this, both should come together. Educational institutions and manufacturing industries, if they come together, our young innovators, whatever they are doing, their ideas will reach to the needy people as a finished good. So that's what I thought. When Deepali approached me and just shared the document, I was so happy. You are encouraging one side ATL and next incubation, you are encouraging startups. So this is a wonderful thing, sir. With all these efforts, I am looking for a bright future in India. It will become more welcoming and inclusive space. That's what I am hoping, sir.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. And so powerful what you have said. And I couldn't agree with you more. I think, I personally feel, having spoken to a lot of people who are working on assistive innovations at various levels, of some very sophisticated, some very grassroots, and so on. But I feel that our country is going to experience an explosion of this inclusive innovations.
Yes.
We will reach that tipping point where lives will be much, much better. Very happy to hear. I want to ask you one last question. Of course, you talked about clearly your own attitude to things is one aspect. But there's also, I'm sure, there are some really wonderful things about the attitude of people who nurtured you, like your parents,
Yes.
your mentors, and so on. what were some things that you that they did that our teachers and our mentors can learn from, and all of us as well? If you could share a few, that would be wonderful.
That's a great question, sir. Thank you so much. You are thinking in that angle, because today I am here and telling all these things because of my parents and all my mentors and supporters. So as I told in that my example, no, so they brought me up like my parents. They never treated with me in an inferior way or anything. Actually, they gave me more love and affection. They never left me alone at home. And they used to ask me in my childhood itself, when key decisions whenever my father or mother were taking, they used to ask me my suggestion also. This started at the age of just 7th year, like that. I felt so happy, and like they are giving value for my suggestions, my views. So that actually from that moment itself, I didn't know about that at that time about self advocacy, all those things. But that helped me a lot to become a self advocate. Not only for me, for the people like me also, for all of them, I am able to speak at various platforms with that confidence what they gave. And another thing is, when I learned this scooter or all those things, my parents, whenever I told anything, no, they told me, they were with me. My parents, even when I was in the beginning stage to learn scooter, they used to be my pillion riders without any fear. They used to be there. So they wanted to ensure that in their absence also I should be able to live my life on my own. So in my childhood, one of my father's friend, he is also having one daughter with a disability, it seems. When we went to their house, they invited us. So at that time, I entered into my job also. He was telling that that I kept this much property in my daughter's name. All those things he was telling. Then myself and my dad also told that you make her, yes, give her education, make her like financially independent. Just giving property won't help, like that we told. And after that, that girl completed her graduation also, it seems. But unfortunately he died, and that property whatever he gave, no, that was not with that girl. Later some people, they will deceive or cheat like that. So all the parents need to understand this point. You should make it, whether it is with disability or without disability, you should give your children that confidence to face the life on their own. So that is about for parents. And in corporate environment, or in previously I was in a public sector bank, the way that my bosses gave me the support when I was in my previous bank, for field officer position, you know that for field officer position also my boss was ready to give. He told me that if you want, you can take one more team member, staff member with you wherever you are going for inspections. So that was support they gave. They didn't think that Madhvi is a wheelchair user, she can't go to the places like that. But that is the support they gave. So this type of support made me like a more confident that I can take up these roles. So please, I would like to give, I would like to request the people in organizations, if you come across any staff member with a disability, please don't assume anything on behalf of them and take decisions. Please ask them openly. Suppose in this my situation, my boss would have simply told that, Madhvi, you are a wheelchair user, I can't give, I will give you some other desk job. But he didn't do like that, because he knows my passion, activeness, all those things. So please ask openly people, so that they will do whatever they want. So like that, various people, whomever I want to, whoever is listening to this, I request you all, you please be empathetic with the people and help them to grow, help them to become confident. That is more important. Once you do that one, then they will do whatever they want. Right now, how Yashaswini, her father is supporting. Tomorrow we can see her as a great scientist or something. Somewhere we can see her. And Onkar also is doing great job. So luckily they got mentors and supporters like you all. So if everyone gets such type of support, we can see great innovators in our country.
Wow. I think this conversation can go on forever, but so profoundly insightful and so inspiring to hear your stories of freedom from fear. So, but I think we're upon a launch. Let me hand it back to Dipali so we can go on to the next step. But thank you once again.
Thank
It's
you, sir.
really a great honor to have you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ms. Madhvi and Dr. Chintan, for that very inspiring conversation. I had goosebumps listening to your story, ma'am, and truly, it's an inspiration, and I'm sure this will go a long way in putting that imprint into parents, teachers, students towards being more conscious and helping people with who are specially able to grow and be independent. Thank you very much. With that, let's move on to an important announcement and the launch of a new initiative. Atal Innovation Mission strives to create a more inclusive environment, especially in the Atal Tinkering Labs and for our ecosystem of teachers, mentors, and students. And for that, we're launching a new initiative today in collaboration with LearnX on exclusive certificate course for the ATL teachers and educators on transformative teaching for inclusive development. The course curriculum includes topics like effective communication, effective screening of specially abled, and there's a tool for that, difficult conversations, self-awareness, inquiry-based learning, and creating a culture of thinking. Now, this is not just limited to innovation or specially abled or being more inclusive, but it's a combination of all these things. And we feel all the educators could really benefit from a certificate course. LearnX has kindly made this free for our ATL teachers, mentors. So you will hear from us soon in terms of a communication in this regard, but this is an initiative we're launching on this eve of International Day of Persons with Disability. We feel this will play a role in making people more conscious and learning to work better with students who come with different abilities and different needs. I'll play a video now to share more about what this launch initiative is. And for that, I invite my colleague Vishnupriya and Tanvi to please play that video.
On the annual observance of the International Day for Persons with Disabilities, IDPD, Atal Innovation Mission, Niti Aayog, the flagship initiative by the Government of India to promote innovation and entrepreneurship in the country, introduces a new initiative, International Certificate Program for Educators in India. LearnX Singapore, in collaboration with AIM, Atal Innovation Mission, brings Certificate in Transformative Teaching for Inclusive Development. Selected participants will have a chance to win a seat for the two-day workshop to be held in Singapore. International Diploma in Global Mentorship Program will feature internationally acclaimed child psychologists, educators, and academicians. Each topic is composed of videos, audiobooks, or presentations with most topics complemented with scenario-based examples to enhance your application of knowledge. LearnX e-learning platform aims to help educators to learn on the go without interfering their work. And leisure hours, providing short learning sessions and empowering educators that are core in the dynamic of shaping the next generation.
So that's an initiative we're launching soon, and you will hear from us, Atal Innovation Mission, with the details about how to register and access this platform. This module is quite different from our earlier learning modules because this is, in a way, enabling teachers on transformative solutions for inclusive development. It is not directly linked to one of the technologies, but it will help you teach all of that better to your students and especially be more inclusive. So look out for that email communication that will come from us on how to register, and I encourage all the teachers and mentors to really take the benefit of this certificate course that is being made available to us. With that, I think that brings us to the end of this very interesting, very inspiring session. I would want to thank all our guests who joined us today, guests from schools, Adult Tinkering Lab students, Onkar, who joined us today, Yashaswini, ATL student who joined us today, our mentor of change, Mr. Srinivas, Mr. Ramesh, ATL in charge, the LearnX team who joined us today, our distinguished guest, Ms. Madhavi, who joined us today, Dr. Chintan Vaishnav, for conducting this session along with Ms. Madhavi, and for his constant support and driving such an initiative with such passion towards making ATLs more inclusive. I want to thank Vishnupriya and Tanvi from the ATL team who've been pursuing this throughout the year. You see us in this one session, but they work behind the scenes to make this possible in ATLs. And of course, all the few students, teachers, mentors who are out there playing your part in doing what you can best in terms of educating, mentoring, and guiding ATL students and making them more inclusive a space. I feel encouraged and very positive for a better and more inclusive world, seeing all of your contributions. With that, we'll close the YouTube live session and look forward to seeing you all on another YouTube live session. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us.
Lastly, 10 seconds. Living beyond barriers, Madhavi Lata's concept. I really hats off to you, madam, for making us how to live beyond barriers. So I really learned many things today, madam.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Team AIM, for connecting such a great eminent personalities to raise our confidence how to handle the physical world. Thank you, everyone.